What's going on? How y'all doing today? My first video today is going to be about the Baseball Hall of Fame being a joke. First of all, Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. He's the home run king, period. Roger Clemens should be in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the greatest pitchers, top 3 or 4 ever, period. They have this old white boys, good old boys club system with some old relics who are still trying to be old fuddy-duddy. So the question is Curt Schilling a Hall of Famer? Well, his postseason outweighs his regular season wins, but he does have 3,000 strikeouts. It depends on how you feel. Now, just because he supports Trump and is conservative and he's been open about his views, if you think he's a Hall of Famer, he should be in the Hall of Fame. If you don't, leave him out. I don't think that his win totals is necessarily what I would think is comparable to it. But if they think he should, he should. But don't dangle him based on his political agenda. It all depends on who you are. But he should never have no more votes than Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens. That's crazy. He was not half the player either one of those guys was. Period. But the Baseball Hall of Fame did not put anybody in yesterday. And they think they're doing this holier than thou, even though this is the same league that has officially had Hall of Fame voting since 1908. Well, it wasn't until 1947 that Jackie Robinson and Larry Doby broke the color line in baseball. So, what does that really mean? Juicing and everything else you can say, amphetamines, whatever you want to call it, there's always been something in baseball. Baseball is not wholesome. It's not wholesome. Is anybody going to take away the rings that some of the members of the Yankees or the Red Sox had, guys who were juicing? Or were the Astros who won the World Series for like few years with they obviously were stealing signs? Anybody going to take their jewelry away? So, what are you saying? You still use artifacts from those said games, home runs, pitches, etc., are sent to the hall. So, what are they saying? You're either in or you ain't. But all this waiting, making a cliffhanger and trying to be righteous and prosperous and all this stuff is fooey. And the Baseball Hall of Fame need to stop tripping. Now, I will say this, at least with baseball, it doesn't make it the very good or the really good. Usually you have to be great to get in. That I hold up. Because unlike other Hall of Fames, the NFL, they might put your college career in perspective, you know, and you kind of like, they allow a lot more in. The NBA one is the worst though, because I think they take your Nerf hoop, if you have a Nerf house hoop, or your gaming or something, it won't be long before they put G League numbers in all together. You can get in the NBA Hall of Fame quicker. They got more ways to get you in. But the MLB, they still stingy as all get out. Some of it makes sense if we're going by criteria of greatness. But this other stuff, especially with some of the guys who are in the Hall of Fame, who weren't exactly the role models, or whatever you want to call them. But anyway, give me your thoughts and takes about the Baseball Hall of Fame not putting anybody in, not including Barry Bonds, who's long overdue, and Roger Clemens. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I welcome thoughts and comments. I do respond. Appreciate it. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And how can a so-called game that calls itself America's game be so behind the times when it comes to something it's putting the right people in? Because nobody in the Hall of Fame is 100% Mr. Clean. Let's keep it 100. I'm out.